Long time no see. It's been a little while. I've been busy making some moves, handling business. But it's time to get back into the mix of things. Get back to building this channel up, back to giving y'all the real messages. And, wading through all of the bullshit, chopping up all of the bullshit that's going on around the internet and in our world today and everything. And put everything within the proper context because, on the internet, everybody's got a voice. Everybody's got an opinion, which, you got to love and you got to respect it all. But at the same time, it's opinions are like assholes. So let's talk about this, man. This is the one that brought me back. And I saw a lot of responses to it, and I had to make a video on it because I wanted to frame this within the proper context. I wanted to talk about this video of King Von that's circulating right now. It's King Von. He was, it's a body camera from an officer when he was being arrested. A few of those have come out on him. In this particular one, we see King Von. And if you're not familiar who King Von is, he's a very popular rapper. Passed away a couple years ago. Very active gang member. BD in Chicago, under Little Durk's umbrella. And yeah, man, he's got a strong history. He was, he was a street dude to the max. He put in a lot of fucking work, man. But of course, he became another casualty at the end of the day due to a whole bunch of nonsense. But he was an outstanding rapper. I was actually outside of all of the dissing and talking about dead folks, when it came to his technical ability and his rapping, man, he was one of the better ones of some of the young guys I've heard today. But like I said, he's got his past. He moved how he moved, and he died that way too. So it is what it is. But there's a video of him. He's being arrested and he's being processed. He's being booked in. And in it, he's asking to be moved to PC, protective custody. Now, I know, kind of back in the day, I don't know, it's kind of different today, people make, a little bit more passes and stuff like that. They able to overlook those type of things, which, like I said, I don't care. I'm not diving into street business. I'm tired of all of the street shit and all of that anyway. So, but just as far as the perception from the public and everything, man, that used to be frowned on, and you get looked at as soft for one to go to PC. It wouldn't no rapper admit that. That could be that could hurt their career, especially if they talking some tough stuff on their record. But it's a little different. But he's asking, but it's the manner that he was asking to go to PC. We'll get to all of that too. We'll put all of that into context. But it was the manner he was asking to be put in PC. He was actually claiming that he's gay and saying that gay people are treated different. He's treated different because of his sexuality in there.
Where's the plumber at? In there?
This the only deck I've been on that's got a problem with it. They supposed to be a Christian deck, but they got a problem with gay people. How you gonna be Christian?
So because of your sexual orientation, you're requesting protective custody, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I get along with straight people and their problem. But over there, they got a problem with me. I don't never start them. Bye, little Josh. I'm gonna fuck you too. You talk to my sister? Tell her I said I love her. Tell her I'm probably gonna go to PC. Tell her I'm gonna go to PC probably.
Now let's, examine the whole video. Now you got him talking about, he pointing at some dude between the pod and talking about it. I'ma fuck you, and they're talking about getting his dick sucked by a guy and all of that. I mean, come on, let's be analytical. Everybody's having different takes, and some people are saying, "Oh, Von's gay," and all of this stuff. If you, from an analytical standpoint, man, it looks like he's laying it on. He's playing the character, especially from all the the extra shit he was doing. Is it something that most cats would do, especially something me? Man, hell fucking no. I'm not playing gay for nothing. But like I said, he's playing the game. He's trying to maneuver the shit how he can so he can get what he wants. But it doesn't come across. It came across like he was just trying to get the protective custody. And that's all. A lot of people talking about he's he's masterminding. He's doing it because he's trying to get moved with his guys and stuff like that. Like, no, he's doing it so he doesn't have to be in population, man, and have to deal with all the BS. Especially you got a lot of cats who they want to see you. Especially a guy like him who's done a lot of work, got a lot of bodies attached to his name. I mean, it's clear what it is. Now, let's put it in proper perspective for the youth and the proper conversation that should be being had around this, especially for all the parents out there. And, you may have a son or even a daughter, whatever, but mainly a son that's being influenced by his surroundings, by his environment, by the stuff that he sees on television. It's the real conversation. Let this be a lesson, man, that none of these guys are invincible. None of these guys are Superman. I mean, as you can see, King Von went down with one shot, and that's not me saying it, to down him or, or anything like that or make light of the situation. He went down in one shot, and that's all it takes. Not everybody's going to, survive. You got a lot of people, some people that they survive multiple shots, man. The story of 50 Cent. Everybody, 50 Cent came out. Think how many cats, man, thought they were going, wear their bullet wounds as a badge of honor. Shit was happening then. They get shot and they survive. They wear it as a badge of honor. They'll talk about it in their record or they'll brag about it. I survived so and so many shots. Meanwhile, but what doesn't get talked about enough are the ones who didn't survive. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it took. Not only that, man, you're seeing fear right there. It's a human being. He's, like I said, he's trying to manipulate the game, trying to, make moves so, to his advantage, which, it's a very human thing. But, we, as a youth, they fall in love with these larger than life archetypes that they hear on the record. It's just a bunch of rah, rah, rah. And then you see the documentaries and, get to thinking like, oh, this dude's just cold, just straight cold-hearted and he moves forward. He ain't scared of nothing and this and that. Nah, man. Nah. They aware of what comes with it. And we see it all the time, man. See it all the time. A lot of these dudes, man, you see moving around in the streets, they do what they do, but you see over and over again how a lot of cats ain't ready to take their consequences, man. Now, I'm not saying him to that extent. Like I said, He's not doing anything like snitching or anything like that. You know, he's said he's doing stuff within that moment to get his personal advantage. But, you know, I haven't seen anything, no snitch tag put on him. But think of all the videos and all the 1090 Jake videos of certain rappers telling or cooperating with the police. Like I said, I don't care about all the snitching stuff, but like I said, if you want to play the street game, you got to deal by their rules. And a lot of times, you know, it's just, you know, the rules go all over the place, man. And you subject to that. You subject to that, and all it takes is one person who wants to act upon incorporating punishment onto you, and it'll be ugly. But, you know, all these guys, man, all of these guys are talking. Like, for the most part, most of these guys are talking to police, stuff like that. And they know what comes with it, but they still fold. Because shit gets real in those situations. When your life's about to be locked up for a long time, not able to see your loved ones. Or death. You don't know what's on the other side. You can play tough all you want, but you don't know what's on the other side. You don't know what your fate might bring, how the process is, and all of that. It's this complete, you know, cognitive dissonance that, you know, plagues a lot of our youngsters. Now, you got some that are, you know, ready to just accept whatever it may be, but like I said, for the most part, you want a perfect example? Look at how a lot of people, when you see them in, you know, dealings with the police or whatnot, and they sit up there and they don't want to cooperate. I'm not saying whether it's justified or not, whether they should have cooperated or not, but once you take it there, you know, it's time to go there. It's going to that level. But they decide that they're not going to cooperate with the police, and they get to fighting, but then now they on the ground crying and screaming and talking about I'm scared and all of that. How many times have you seen stuff like that? It's cognitive dissonance. But it's very human. So that's all I'm saying about this. It's the proper context and how it needs to be framed and talked about and shared with the youth. That these people are not, they get inspired by these type of figures, and these people are human. They bleed the same, just like you and I. And they're not immune to fear. They're not immune to fear. Nobody's gonna go in there and go into population. Some guys decide they want to go into population and confront all of their opposition and stuff like that, you know. But you're putting yourself at risk. Some dudes are gonna play it safe. You know, smart thing to do. But like I said, we get enamored by that tough guy role. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm done. I got nothing else on this. But yeah, as far as all of the other stuff, and it, like I said, it was cringe-worthy to listen to, but you see how far he's taking it to get what he needs, what he wants to get? That's how bad he wanted protective custody. Willing to say he's gay. That's the reality out here. Great culture. I'll holler at y'all later.